Welcome, potential employee or potential future corpse, to the Not a Cult organization. To the right of you, we have water, and also you men, women, and other creatures have decided to spend what remains of your short lives to trying to defeat what threatens all of humanity. However, before we let you join, we're going to have to figure out exactly why you want to work here. That's all. If you have any doubts about working here, I ask that you please stand up. The person to the left of you, let them leave. Now that they're all dead, oh, by the way, if you're covered in blood, that's absolutely your fault. But anyway, now it's time to get on to all the ways that you can die. Now for the most important part of working here, how the doors work. Now I understand that might sound like a silly thing to say. However, due to mass spatial anomalies, the heart of a dead guard, and 3 spatial portals opening and being crammed all in the same room, there's been some complications. Space doesn't work the way it should do normally. The architecture of the building sort of distorts it into a way that it should normally be. In fact, you know what, actually, it's probably just easier if I show you. Because of the uncertainty of how the doors work, and due to some people's selfishness, I'm going to have to test the doors for you. However, I won't be able to give my perspective going through, but hopefully you'll get the idea. Koga, stay there. I'm going to get someone.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Oh. Whoa. Oh. Back to normal. Anyway, round, whatever. Cut the tapes, fucking cut the tapes. Do not open that door again. Alright guys, forgot my keys, you know what it's like. I pulled something, and it wasn't a good thing. Oh, mommy, please, mommy, help, mommy. So, it's safe. At least most of it. And like we can see, and hi Jerry. Oh my God, no way. Oh my God. Well, I'm just doing information for the new recruits. Yeah. Well, yeah, okay, yeah, I know, but like, yeah. All right, yeah, whatever. We'll catch up in the gold dissolve room in a bit. Yeah, all right. Okay, yeah, see you. Yeah, we're safe. Right. I fucking hate that guy. Now you might be wondering, what happens if you open a door and it leads to an area you don't want? Well, I'll be happy to show you that now. As you can see, upon opening and closing the doors, it leads to different rooms, like I've mentioned already. But you might be thinking, alright, but what happens if you open and close the doors? Well, that's the thing. If you do it more than 6 times, it actually resets the doors. Well, quite frankly, it's better to have one person die to a over-the-top spiky room than it is to, well, kill an entire office. Wait, how many times have I opened this door again? Oh no. Jerry died in a fire 6 years ago. Oh God. Now we're at one of my favourite parts of the introduction video, the information part. I'm going to ask you 3 questions, of which are pretty self-explanatory. However, if for whatever reason you don't like the questions or don't answer them in the exact way we want you to, then you can leave. Anyway, as I was firstly, if doors going to the wrong place is too confusing to you, then I'll have to ask that you leave now. There's a lot more things that you can know about but never truly understand in your field, so that's just a bit of a heads up. So if you find out any information that you shouldn't, you'll never be able to leave. So leave now while you can! Now it's time for the hardest part of the job. Well, besides going insane, facing threats of imagination, dying, you know, just that would be killing the innocent. No, please! I have a family! Bye! Using the company's issued global locator active scanner, or GLOSS for short, you can search anyone's hair's birthday, home address, or even search this.
If you think incognito mode works, then you'll be sorely mistaken. In fact, we made it specifically to blackmail people like you, so that way then we can, well, hire you here. So yeah, sorry to say, but VPNs don't work. But
Wait, what?
oh, hello.
Now the most psychologically damaging part of the job, now being everything that you can think of, has already been existing somewhere, which means every mythological creature and every god from every religion also exists simultaneously. Now that does raise more questions than we have answers to, and quite frankly, yes, it is terrifying, but we're going to be tasking you nonetheless to kill them in ways that you didn't even think possible. However, despite all of the nightmares, you'll make countless of stories to tell your co-workers. For instance, for me, for example, I was in the Brazil one time and I was drowning the living fuck out of a leprechaun. It was so fun. Despite everything I've said, if it seems like too much for you, you can get up and leave now. Okay, now that you're covered in blood again, that's on you.
Now for one of the funniest parts of the job, the fact that you'll eventually go insane. However, it does help with the job. You can't get psychically driven insane by magic if you're already insane. But after some time, it does make you difficult to work with. But luckily for you, at the Not a Cult organization, we've devised a series of tests to try and find out if your mind can handle the paranormal for long enough, perceive it for long enough, and hopefully not go insane right away. All you need to do is look at these images, which will appear on screen, and pick which answers below it most looks like what you see. Now be careful not to lie, seriously, well no, and have fun. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun for me. As fun as fun can get, I suppose. For us to work on. Now, ladies, gentlemen, and others, the part I like best, time for your results. If you got blue, good for you, go to the front. If you got green, you're not insane, go to the back. If you got yellow, go to the left. And if you got purple, please leave the room. If you got red though, well, if you're now covered in blood, it's on you. Now with all that out the way, welcome to the Not a Cult organization. Be sure to have fun before you die, or worse.
Go. So, good news and bad news. Bad news is, because you shook hands with an absorbidoid, can't exactly get your body back. Good news is, your clothes are selling pretty well on eBay.
I didn't start filming, we failed immediately. We failed immediately. I thought we were going to do the countdown.
behind me is the fourth dimension. It's actually so intriguing to the fact that even after all of my infinity working here, I still have no clue what the flackle any of it is. My bosses still bully me for it, but that's, I work really hard, man.